Hey, everybody. I am attorney Michael Eline. And as you know, I am an attorney licensed to practice law in Texas and California. Now, today, guys, I do not have any internet. Cox Cable sucks balls. And it's the third day in a row now. We've had problems with them. I'm thinking about going to Starlink if we can't get this resolved like yesterday. You know what I mean? But man, it's so slow. I haven't been able to really do much of anything. But I figured out how to get my hotspot to work a little bit anyways. But I know that typically hotspot, you're going to like see lip issues and stuff. So we'll try it out. We'll see how long it goes. See if we don't get knocked offline. Hey, BZ Watchdog. Good seeing you, buddy. Hey, Willie B. OTVO. Give me a bunch of OTVOs, guys. So today I was just kind of messing around on YouTube, and I did another show a little while ago about California and how they're doing the state ref, the state referee tickets, where they try to find people that have modified cars, with the cool exhaust, and they just harass them and try to write them tickets and force them to pay these outrageous fines. And they're doing it to out-of-state drivers in particular with badass muscle cars, anything they can to try to basically rape you and take your money under the guise of, protecting the climate or whatever, whatever new scam they can come up with to steal your money and fleece you. Give me a bunch of ones if you understand what I'm talking about. So we've seen a sea change now with the way law enforcement deals with traffic citations. We know now that they're targeting people who drive nicer cars because they know that they have the money to afford a ticket. They're laying off, pulling over people who look like illegal aliens. Definitely laying off, pulling over people who are minorities because they don't want to get sued for civil rights violations. So they're targeting, the Asian dude or the white dude with the nice car. That's the new, and I guess that's acceptable because apparently we're oppressors or something, right? So it's open game on us, I guess. And typically we're the ones who have the cool car, the muscle car, the Mustang. Asian dudes have all the cool, modified Japanese and Korean cars, but mainly Japanese cars, but cool, like Fast and Furious stuff. And I follow this channel, guys. Your Ghost Man says his chat has been stopped. I don't understand. Yeah, okay. Well, we got to know more about that, Ghost Dog, because I don't want your chat being stopped. But anyways, we know that there's sort of like this progression where, like the Fast and the Furious type cars are the ones that they're going after because, obviously that's going to cause global warming, unlike all of the Lear jets that are flying to Davos, that use more than probably 1 million cars in one flight, right? So, but since they pay a tax, it's okay for them. So that's the new way, right? The new way the billionaires can skirt and still maintain their freedom while stripping you of yours if they can just pay that tax, right? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get into, I wanted to show you guys this really cool video. But before we do that, as you know, I want to do my cool intro. And again, remember, guys, it's a little slow today because I'm doing this on a hotspot. But here we go. Let's kick it off so you guys can know a little bit about Mike Eline. To another edition of Ask Michael Eline. This is where I teach people the law in an unorthodox manner by using examples that we see in the news, case law briefs, but it's all about exposing the Leviathan and its instrumentalities and taking back your rights. Know the law and mean to keep it well. Come here to learn from an expert to know your right. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. That's right. And the thought police are everywhere, as you know. And if you're in California and you drive a nice car, have a job, and support freedom, you're probably going to get pulled over and asked a question like this.
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers?
So yeah, that's probably what's going to happen if you guys are cruising through California in a nice car. So anyways, I follow these guys, and these dudes are like, hold on a minute. I think they're like Canadians or something, and they drive these supercars down to California. And I guess they have some kind of a deal with like one of these ticket fighter lawyer guys where they help people beat tickets. And I think this is the way they get these guys a lot of business because, man, these guys get millions of views. He's got like almost 4 million subscribers. But these guys are really cool. I really like their attitude. They like cool, badass, like European sports cars, as do I. As do I. I think they're really cool. Give me a bunch of ones if you like European sports cars. Now, Kurt Bronson, what does 5x5 on your end mean? Does that mean you got comms? You guys got to tell me. I don't know all this crazy internet language. But so anyways, just to start the show off. So what I'm seeing and what a lot of people are telling me and what I know from friends who work in law enforcement, throw some holy water on me, that in fact, municipal law enforcement agencies are definitely in a crunch. The First Amendment auditors have caused a lot of trouble. Because they stake out the cops and they bust them for, planting drugs, throw down weapons, keeping them accountable at their regular, speed traps, to where now it's harder for them to generate revenue. And so one of the ways that they'll do it now, by the way, if they pull over like an illegal alien, there's a high probability they're never going to pay their fine. And true, they might be able to throw them into jail and raise some money that way through the prison industrial complex, through all their friends in the Leviathan who do that. But the cities themselves, they want that cash. And the other night I showed you a video of that Marine who was robbed by those Nevada Highway Patrol officers and had his civil assets forfeited to the government. And he had to fight for over a year to get his $100,000 back that he'd saved. This disabled Marine war hero by these scumbag Nevada Highway Patrolmen trying to raise money for their department because they get to keep 80% of whatever they steal from people. So this is another example of how the cash-strapped law enforcement agencies are targeting people who they think have money. And this is just, check this out. This is going to blow your mind. I really like these guys. They're very funny. This is a lot different than the normal videos that I watch, but bear with me. I know not all of you are into cool supercars and all that, but this is one of my things. I grew up, in my era where, my dad had Porsches and dragsters, and I worked on the cars in the garage. And I even had a 356A Porsche with a 327 Chevy motor in the back. And I also had one with a 2.8 liter supercharged Volkswagen motor in it. It was from I think like a Mickey Thompson, one of those sand rails. We got it out of a messed up sand rail and did that. So this is right up my alley, and I want you guys check this out. Hopefully I'll turn you on to something that you like too. These guys are real cool. Just bear with me. You're going to love it.
It's a mindset thing where, like, I don't want to like it because I know it's a V6. If you told me it was a V8, I'd be like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, V8.
We'll see.
See what I mean?
We got CHP right behind the Porsche. He came up real hot. So we're waiting for that magical lights on the roof to pop on. Right now, it's probably running his plates. Yeah. Fozzie's himself right now.
Looks like Cali. Yep, it is Cali.
Well, that's not for us. But who's he getting?
Badass car, man. Give me a bunch of ones for the car.
How the hell is that possible? Same. Driver, pull over. Here he comes.
Wait, here he comes, guys. Here he comes. So I got a question for you. BZ, what do you think he's gonna what do you think the cop is gonna ask these guys when he comes up to their window? What do you think?
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers? To the consequence come with you.
I just love that. That's the best. So yeah, so what do you guys think so far? And by the way, these guys monitor their speed, like it's all recorded, so that there's no way that these cops can do it's videotaped. Everything's logged. They're not speeding. They're not in violation of any traffic laws. That's what I want you guys to understand as we move forward into this. And they get pulled over all the freaking time. Okay. And a part of it has to do with the state ref thing, because if you have an out-of-state car and it's too loud or it doesn't comply with Communist California's outrageous, draconian communist regulations, where Gavin Newsom has turned our state into basically Venezuela, you're going to have trouble if you try to travel through there. So let's keep getting into it.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you, man?
Because you know I'm from plate. You have your license?
Oh, I'm from Alberta,
That's
Canada.
cool. Do you have your license?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We don't have front plates.
Okay.
And when we're actually issued our plate,
I can't hear you, dude. You guys speak up.
Oh.
Or you can turn on. I don't care. I just can't hear you.
when we actually get issued a plate, we only get one plate.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
That's all good. There you go, sir.
Thanks.
How's your day
Do you have
going?
any like registration paperwork from Canada?
Yeah, of course. There you go.
There might
Do
be
you
a
have
different
insurance?
one.
Is this the insurance also, or?
No,
It'll be on his phone.
the insurance is on my.
By the way, I mean, give me a bunch of ones if you feel bad for these badass, cool Canadians that they're stuck with such a loser like Trudeau as a president. I mean, how did that loser get into power unless it wasn't for voting machines and political cronies counting the votes for him, right? Because it's not who makes the votes, it's who counts them that decides elections. So think about that.
Do you know what company it is?
Yeah, it's State Farm.
State Farm?
Yeah.
All right. Just hang tight, all right?
Okay, boss.
Have you gotten a ticket or anything before in California?
Oh yeah, I've had been pulled over for
Yes,
no
I
front
am.
plate before,
Okay.
and I always
I
got to
am
explain
lucky
all
to.
this.
All right.
So Letso TVO is asking me if I'm recording it. So guys, look, I understand if some of you guys need to go to another podcast and support other people. I just came on because I've been super busy for the last couple of days, haven't had a chance to say hi to my friends. And I really like these Canadians. I wanted to showcase a little bit different because, most of the videos out there are just, cops planting drugs or beating people up. And here's a little nuanced thing where now it's about class warfare, right? We've been taught now that in our public education system in California, that if you believe in merit, if you believe in achieving things, if you don't believe everyone should get a trophy, well, you're the enemy now in California. And so if you have wealth, and especially if you're a white male, you're basically an oppressor. And so it's basically open season on successful people now in California. And then here's an example of Canadians. And, most people think of Canadians as being, basically like weakling communists, but there are actually like really good, like masculine, normal people still left in Canada. It's just that the news media is controlled by, radicals, and they don't want you to see the fact that most people are still normal. They want to push this false narrative on you that people are whack jobs like the people who are reporting the news. Give me a bunch of ones and amens if you understand that. Let's go.
Looking for a reason to pull somebody over, and we happen to get the no front plate. But that is the truth. So in Alberta, you get one plate.
One plate. Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about Alberta, ironically, is the fact that you don't require a front plate, which is really rare. Most states and provinces do.
Yeah.
Hi, man.
Yeah.
Here's your stuff.
Okay.
So look, I'm not going to give you the whole spiel. Obviously, just when you're in California, you have to have everything like legally how it's supposed to be in California.
That's
I'm not writing you a
bullshit.
ticket or anything, but just in the future, just be aware. Also, on top of that, I get it. You're going to Cars and Coffee. You got to do what you got to do. But all you guys are driving like idiots, man. Like, that's the only reason I even noticed all you guys. And we're getting calls about you guys all the way down the 5 freeway. So, okay? So if you're going to be driving with the car that's not like up to code and everything, just be smart. That's all I'm saying, okay?
No, I appreciate it.
All right.
We're only given one plate though, so it'd be literally
Look,
impossible.
Like I said, I don't care. It's fine. I'm not writing you a ticket. If you only get one plate, you only get one plate.
Yeah.
All right? Like I said, but just for future reference, I'm not going to give you the whole spiel or
Okay, so let me kind of explain how this is working. So this is a lot like the state ref rules and regulations that these road pirates have been arguing in California for the last couple of years now under gruesome Newsom, the artful communist. And anything that him and his cronies in the single party state of California can do to fleece you of all your money if you're successful and blame everything on racism as an excuse to steal everything that you own, that's what's going to happen in California. And now, because they're so cash strapped, because people like me who believe in that parents have the right to raise their families, and we don't want to co-parent our children with some fresh woke graduate from UCLA with a teaching credential and blue and pink hair brainwashing our kids. We don't like that. So the people who are left behind are people who usually aren't that successful. And if they are successful and they're friends with the Newsom Gruesome team, they won't be targeted. But who will be targeted? People from out of state. And so they have these ridiculous state ref laws that say they can, the police can literally take your car from you like a supercar if you don't have perhaps like front plates on it, even though the country that you come from doesn't require front plates. So what they're doing is they've created a legal impossibility. And because they're traffic violations, even wealthy people as a general rule aren't going to fight them, especially people from another country. And that's who they're targeting. And that's why so many people, especially people who would have gone to Disneyland back when it was a family place before it became like a gay pickup spot, are just not going to California anymore. I'm just telling you how it is. That's reality. People with families, people who love their children are fleeing California. And this is an after effect, a side effect of what's happened to California. Now they're looking to target anyone who potentially has money. And this is an example of that. So let's get into it and see what else these guys have to say. I really like these guys. I'll tell you what their channel is. It's called Daily Driven Exotics. I recommend you follow them, and check it out there, hoser. My hand's outside the shot, Sorry, what's the matter, you, I'm taking my hand over here, I'm choking you, Hockey, I like to play hockey there, All right, let's go ahead and watch these guys for a little bit longer, but I got some other cool videos too. Actually, this cop, he kind of seems cool, right? But not really, because he pulled him over. He had no reason to pull him over.
Or whatever, but you can still get stopped for not having a plate, having window tint, whatever it is.
Happens all the time. That's why I don't have tint or any of that other stuff.
I'm saying like if you did, that's all I'm saying.
No, I mean, honestly, we try to follow the rules. We have a spot in Compton that's like a big, huge location that we do burnouts and dumb.
Like I said, there's no ticket, you're not getting arrested, nothing like that. So, all right.
Cool. Thank you.
Hey, give me a bunch of ones for the burnouts. You guys like the burnouts, So just so you know, when a Canadian goes out for a ride in their car, it's called going out for a rip. So going out for a rip for you, bud, So that's kind of what they do there, And in Canada, it's even worse, in Canada, if you do something wrong, like if you're a trucker or you're a Christian, or you want to own a firearm, Gavin Newsom's not going to like it, So you're going to have some problems, and he's probably going to send his Gestapo guys there, with the hammer and sickle flag rainbow there, and get you.
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? You don't have any papers?
It's been a hard day's work, and I'm still not done. But, it's fun to hang out with you guys and watch Canadian videos, Check it out,
Yep. There's a lot to unpack there. Yeah, that's all good. He's doing his job. Yeah. He's one of those guys that could be like a crazy, and he wasn't. He was super chill. So he was nice. It would be literally impossible for us though to have. Well, that's what I was saying. Like you can't get one. Well, you're doing things illegal in California. Come down or like it's the same thing like the Canadian license. Like you can come as a tourist to California and your car comes from a different province or state. Doesn't mean you have to go buy a front license plate when they don't physically make one. Regardless, you didn't get a ticket, so there's no point arguing. That's why we both were like, oh, whatever, let's move on. If there's a ticket was given, it'd be different. By the way, there's more cops right here. Oh, the orange 720 Spider got pulled over.
Oh yeah.
And another Spider 570S.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So these guys are having a heyday.
Literally pulled over everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
All you people from Minnesota. Oofta to you, Look at that. Look at all that money those road pilots are going to generate.
They pulled over every single person in the group. Unfortunately, in the court of law, that doesn't work. You can't pull over a group and say you're all doing something. But you have to have specific evidence for a vehicle. But what they're trying to do is say, hey guys, chill out, calm down. Hey, what's up?
Woo!
Did you get pulled over or what?
Huh?
Did you get pulled over?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Criminal foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah, I'll see y'all in there.
Sounds good, dude. Take it easy.
His story's pretty dramatic. They took his key from him.
What?
Yeah, they took my key fob.
But they were letting other cars
Yeah,
go by.
I was trying. So then I was like, I'm gonna leave, and then they took my key from me. So
Why did you take your key fob? You told me you were gonna leave.
well, I was trying to leave because I seen other McLarens go through, and I didn't understand why he's letting some go through and stopping the rest of us. And I was like, this makes no sense. So I was like, I'm just gonna leave.
Right. So you guys, so you see that, right? Like they're just arbitrarily and capriciously enforcing the law. It sounds just like typical California policy, right? I mean, let me know if you guys like this video. It's a lot different than the typical Chili or, BZ Watchdog kind of thing, but I like it. If you don't like it, I got some other cool ones we can talk about. I just wanted you to see the second time he gets pulled over because it's just hilarious there, eh? But before we do that, in Canada, it's a little bit different. They don't go for a ride in the car. They go for a rip. So I want you guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of cultural awareness, about Canada and about how it's a little bit different, So let's just check it out. We're going to go out for a rip. So here we go, Going out for a rip. Out for a rip, This is it, Hit that like and subscribe button. Out for a rip, bud. You guys hear it okay? Let me know if it sounds all right. This is one of my favorite videos,
I'm from the Great White North, right? Like up above the states. Yeah. The big landmass that the rest of the world hates. Yeah. We're like above that. Fucking north, I guess. The big patch of trees where everybody's bored to death. We're just chilling up here, sipping syrup, playing hockey. Before we learn to walk, we can cross-check properly. Just rocking plaid jackets. Chainsaws, we operate them right. Fucking A-right we do, bud. We cut our weight with firewood. Every 20 minutes or so, smoke break. And if the Leafs make the playoffs, I'll fucking jump in the lake. Fucking buddy comes over to my place the other night and he's like, you want to go out for a rip? And I was like, fucking right. Yeah. So we hop in the truck and hit the mud and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, bud. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. Just out for a rip, are you, bud? Just out for a rip. I come from the land of the polite, where shit's covered in ice. And when I'm down in the States, they're like, you're too fucking nice. Like, yeah, we got mad. Just the fucking buddies still fight and fucking swear and fucking drink all night. Like this one time, me and
the dart,
fucking buddy are out having a dart because the coat was pretty new, right? And he's like, fuck you. So I put his head in the snowbank and just started fucking feeding him the right left, like fucking boom, boom, boom. Got enough yet? And he's like, okay, fuck, chill out, shit. So I pulled him out of the snow and we went out for a rip. Yeah. Just out for a rip, are you? Fuck yeah. Just out for a rip, fucking right. Just out for a rip, are you? Fuck yeah. Just out for a rip, fucking right. Just out for a rip, are you? Fuck yeah. Just out for a rip, fucking right. Just out for a rip, are you? Fuck yeah. Just out for a rip, fucking right.
These guys are awesome,
This has to be in the video.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's cool.
What?
What is it?
Where is
It never gets old, just coming down.
Coming down, eh? So I hope you guys like going out for a rip with me, bud. And in Canada, the problem when you go out for a rip now, especially if you're a trucker or drive a gas-powered car, they're going to come in the Royal Canadian Mounties are going to get you and ask you these questions, eh? All right, all right, all right. I just can't get enough of my comedy, can I? So I hold on a minute, eh? Hold on a minute. We gotta get to the papers, eh? They're gonna ask you this question, this one, eh?
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers? Choose a concentration camp with you.
Man, I'm looking at these comments in the sidebar, and I don't know whether I should change my programming from cop watcher to comedy because it seems like we have way more fun when we're joking around, eh? But let me see. That's right. That's right. Kurt says, cracks me up. People who claim to be country boys and half of them can't even change their own oil. It's so true. Don't even know how to drive a manual transmission, eh? I mean, take off, right? Don't you know? Yeah. Yeah. What's the matter, you? What do you think, man? I like that song. I think those guys are great. So let's get back into our Canadian guys that are out cruising around and watch some of their antics. And again, I know this isn't like the typical, hey, let's get the cops and watch them doing stupid stuff, but it kind of is. It's just now we get to hang out with all the guys with the cool cars that we all wish we had, right? Here we go.
Stop me.
They don't like that you do that.
Yeah, they don't.
Call it baiting and eluding.
Dude, there was 3 cars and 2 bikes.
Yeah,
Really?
it was insane. And then he took my key off. I got it back.
No ticket?
No, sweet talked him out of it,
And they said to him that there were cars weaving in and out.
Ooh.
It had nothing to do with speeding. It was just like changing lanes too quick. Okay, we all got a different story.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
There you go. Hey.
Man.
Good. I like it. Thank you, sir.
What the hell?
Pretty brave.
Pretty brave, you
Yeah.
said, yeah.
It's cool though.
Skinny. Wait, that's not. What?
Hey, look alike, we're right there.
20.
So one of the objects here for me was to show you that, dude, the cops aren't just targeting like people like you, that drive a pickup truck. They're targeting anybody who looks like you. They're targeting successful people who believe in merit, people who probably would never vote for the guy that they voted for. Basically, police have become so politicized. It is unbelievable what's going on. The police unions and everything. California is just a nightmare, and they're going after everybody. Anybody who looks like they might have a little bit of green, unless they're connected to the political class, is being targeted. Hey, by the way, guys, what do you think about what went on in Venezuela? We finally got rid of that scumbag Maduro. I mean, I have so many friends from Venezuela who've lost everything as a result of Maduro and the guy before him. Communism, guys, communism kills. You can either, everybody can be equally miserable under communism, or everybody can have an opportunity and a shot under a true capitalist system. Think about that one. Give me a bunch of ones for true capitalism, not the crony capitalism that has been in existence since the banksters at Jekyll Island took over our currency and slowly started to dismantle our great republic. Now, let's get back into our Canadian video, but I don't know, Abe. Maybe we'll watch this other dude because I think we're losing the vibe, eh? Now, sometimes the police will pull people over and they'll swear to God, this person has got to be on drugs. And I want you guys to tell me what you think about this guy.
I do know that, sir.
Dude. Saul.
You know why? You know why we pulled you over tonight?
Probably something very serious, dude.
Well,
If I had to guess, because you guys probably got a bunch of, or if you pull me over, it's probably something very serious, dude. You guys are probably saving my freaking life right now, dude.
actually,
I'm probably having my life saved right now, dude. Dang.
we're not.
Thank you guys, dude. Thank you. Is somebody like trying to
We're code.
get me or like kidnap, hostage me or like sex trade me or
Sir,
something?
this is
Or
This is a traffic
is
stop.
assassins? Is it assassins, dude? Dude, is it assassins? Because
Are there people trying to assassinate you?
well, I don't know. Probably, dude.
Why would they be
No,
trying to
they probably do, or that, or like gangbangers.
So-
People who do gangbangs are probably around here or something.
What are you talking about?
Dude, I've probably never even been around here, bro.
Wow, that was wild, eh? So, anyways, I know you guys were getting a little tired of my my Canadian, so we're gonna switch back over to state ref. So now state ref is a real serious thing, guys. These state ref tickets, you know, these young dudes. When I was growing up, all my cars were modded out. I mean, every single one of them: catback exhaust, straight pipes, heavy cams, you name it, man. We were just having a good time. None of this nonsense, you know. Yeah, every year they said next year the world's going to be underwater, right? And it never happened. And then, of course, all those same politicians that said the world's going to be underwater all have beachfront properties. So I don't know about you guys. I'm not buying it at all. I think it's nonsense. And yeah, when all the scientists are being paid by these billion-dollar corporations and the politicians have them in their hip pockets, you can't even believe science anymore. And so now you've got, like, they're just coming up with any reason to justify a new tax, whether it's global warming or whether it's parents aren't letting their kids come out of the closet fast enough. So they, you know, got to take the kids from the parents and turn them over to Child Protective Services to help them come out quicker, right? All that stuff they're doing in California. And they're also just going heavy duty after anyone who owns a firearm, or uses a firearm in self-defense, or who has a cool car. And we just saw that with those Canadians, eh? And now we're going to check out this cool kid who just likes to cruise around in cool cars.
And I was coming up the street, and I wasn't even doing anything, and then he U-turned. That's fun. It's okay. We're going to have a good day tomorrow because we're going to the half-mile event, and we're going to go break some records in the IS. I should probably roll my windows down before he gets me to the window tint. Oh, there's one standing over there, too. Look, he's standing over there, too. This is crazy. Apparently, there's a car meet right here. I didn't even know there was a car meet happening by my house. I'm assuming that there is a car meet, and that's why all the cops are here now.
Car meet.
I was just going to the shop to go get tools for tomorrow. Hey, at least they stopped me now before. You guys know what I'm doing to this car, so at least they stopped me before.
What's up, Dan Glick? Good to see you, buddy.
I had it done. I literally just dropped my head off at the machine shop, too, to get finished. I was going to say I should play the Bad Boy song, but I didn't even do anything. Yeah, there's a car meet right here. I wonder who threw it. There's some cool cars coming. There's a Mustang, the GT350 right there. That's pretty nice. He's
having a good time.
Pop my hood, and he's gonna think it's extremely modified, and then he's gonna see a AM. I think it's AM. No, it's not AM. It's K&N. He's gonna see a K&N intake with a carb sticker on it, and then he's gonna be like, "That's modified." But no, sir, I have a carb sticker. He's gonna try to do to me with hit the kicks. You have aftermarket headers, even though they're stock headers. Bro, out of literally everyone at the meet, they got me. I'm not even going to the meet. I was literally going to go to the shop, get the tools that I need because all the tools are at the shop. And then I was going to get food because I haven't ate all day because I've been running around getting everything ready for this event. Had to go get the trailer. Then I came back, had to load the car up. But, ugh.
All right, no, you mentioned that you just got it back.
Hey, Jody.
Yeah, like a couple months ago, yeah.
Did you get all the repairs fixed?
Yeah, it's all fixed.
All right, let's take a look real quick.
All right.
Come on out for a video.
I got you. There's an intake, but there's a carb sticker on it. So
basically what it sounds like is this road pirate had pulled this guy over once before and he remembered him. And so in California, if you don't get your state ref ticket handled, they get to confiscate your car. And then, you know, ultimately it'll end up in one of their tow yards where they get a kickback from the tow operator, right? Everybody's getting paid off. And then ultimately they can do a forced sale on your car and keep all the money. So you see how that goes, right? That the police are just raping people left and right with all these absurd laws that are designed to steal your property and your freedom under the guise of, you know, global warming or whatever the flavor of the week is for these dudes to try and strip you of your freedom. Let's keep watching.
yeah, I can show you it.
Yeah, please do.
Got you. Huh? Oh, I just got it painted, and then it's a
This is for the Canyon.
yeah, it's a
Look,
Canyon.
there's no secret. I'm gonna run it right in front of
Yeah.
you just so you can see.
It's all stock headers. Last time I got red for headers, so it's all back stock now. And I had another intake, but it wasn't legal.
Wait, so the sticker, right? So you got to have this. Where is your sticker, Mom? You don't have any stickers? We will take your car to the concentration camp. Yeah.
Where are your papers, Mav? Where are they? Oh, you don't have any papers?
To the concentration camp with you.
Always go to the concentration camp. Yeah, 999.
Israel just
I
killed
like this
two
guy
of
too. He's actually kind of cool, but we got to stay with the papers guy because he's the one that we like the best, right, guys? So the problem is I'm having a really, really hard time with my internet connection right now. So just bear with me. So let's watch the state ref, dude.
I forgot his name. He's from around here somewhere, but I got state ref off of. I forgot the officer's name though.
So again, you know, just for all you dudes that have cool cars, don't participate in an investigation against yourself. What this kid is doing, I know he's trying to be nice, but he's making admissions and confessions, thinking that's going to get him concessions. Just remember this. Repeat after me. Admissions and confessions don't get you concessions from the road pirate. Say it. Admissions and confessions don't get you concessions from the road pirate. Just remember that. It doesn't happen. Admissions and confessions get you into a set of torture cuffs, and they get you taken away in a cruiser to a dungeon where they proceed to fleece you of your money and throw you in a cell with violent, crazy whack jobs who you should not be locked up with, causing you PTSD, causing you to lose your business and everything that you have, because being locked up, especially in this economy where the politicians have destroyed our currency system, it's really, really hard to make it. And a couple of days of missed work could be enough to bankrupt some people. So keep that in mind as well. Sorry, Let's OTVO. Straight to the dungeon with you. So this kid, he's cool. He's trying to enjoy his freedom, his liberty, but he's sitting there making admissions and confessions to someone who wants to steal his car, who wants to put him in torture cuffs, who wants to make an arrest, and he wants to make it home. So why wouldn't you target someone with nice things and a job? They're the last guy who's going to pull a gun on a cop. It's cowardice that causes them to go after the easy caller, the easy ticket. What?
So I'm gonna run it right for you, so there's no six. So 269. 31. 31.
What year's this car? I forget.
It's 03.
You got two cops there. What a joke.
They're sitting over there. I should have took that car. I didn't even know there was a car meet here, to be honest. I was just leaving my house. No, I was leaving my house. Huh? Yeah, that's literally what happened. I was literally going to the shop and then to get food because I've been running around all day and I haven't ate.
What's good here?
Right, Dan.
Huh?
What's good here?
What's what?
What's good to eat here?
Oh, I was going to the shops in, well, we have two. We have one in Montana and then one in...
And that's the right carb syrup for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
03 Lexus.
There's a whole bunch of them.
I'm looking for Lexus, man. I swear.
Yeah.
So these cops basically, let me just kind of narrate
It's on there.
for you.
I can...
So they're trying to elicit an admission or a confession that he's in violation of California's state ref law, that he's got some kind of a modified part or he's done something to his car to make it more high performance, right? Which is what every dude in their right mind is going to want. At least when I was young, every dude like me wanted to have a badass ride. So that's totally normal. That's called a straight white male, or even a straight, any other kind, you name it, male is going to want that. If they're part of that culture of, they want to get the cool chick, they want to have the cool car. It's part of growing up, part of the whole California dreaming thing that was evaporated by Gavin Newsom and his Harvey Milk crew. And it's never coming back, guys. There's no way that the incompetent leadership in California is the state's doomed. I'm sorry to say that, guys. Just look at what they're doing to these kids, man. Watch this video. What a joke. Trying to figure out a way to write this kid a ticket because he has a cool car.
You can pull up the ad too online.
So this is from, this is from the Bureau of Automotive Repair, the bar.
Oh, okay.
So they give a list
of what's allowed. Yeah. It's canon. Yeah.
I don't see it, man.
All right, man. You can pull up your hood and just have a seat real quick.
This is
have a seat.
PDF of the Bureau of Automotive Repair. Okay. So this is from their executive order, right?
Yeah.
269.
They don't have no Lexuses on there.
269. All right, 269. I ran it right. 269.
D261,
right?
Yeah.
Dash 31. There you go. Right here. 269 dash 31.
Okay, and so here's the thing about the state ref ticket. The state ref ticket, if you get a second one, in some situations, it's automatically the cop has the right to arrest you, dude. He can literally arrest you because your car doesn't comply with the nanny state's bullshit rules that they pass, and they have a new one that they pass every day that strips a little bit more of your freedom away. Think about that. I mean, just think about what a joke, man. Let's keep watching this. This is ridiculous.
List of everything that under that this
the curb sticker.
Yeah.
Everybody start
I'm not seeing it,
behaving.
brother.
They have no Lexuses on there.
Dude, I searched all 6 pages and I did it twice. See Cadillac.
Check it out. The cop says that they don't have any of this stuff, right? Guys, police are allowed to lie. They lie all the time. They're trained to lie. I don't understand why people they're in awe of police. I mean, look, it's probably a necessary evil, but I'm fully capable of protecting myself and my family. As long as you don't try to throw me in prison for exercising my right of self-defense, I promise to never call you. I promise. I won't need you. I promise. Let's keep going.
GMCs.
It's all American.
All American. No, there was some Toyotas.
Oh. You don't have none for
Hondas. Oh, wait. We got it.
Oh, it's on there? Yeah. Oh, he's about to write me a ticket for it. Go stop him.
Now watch this. You'll probably say, and I haven't watched this yet, but here, typical cop. Oh, once you start writing a ticket, you can't undo it. So you're gonna have to take the ticket and go tell the judge. I mean, these guys are such dicks, man.
There's a carb sticker right here after the intake. Yeah, it's like that little split.
One little bar, right?
Yeah. It's okay. It happens to me. There's so many cars in there, so you miss it. Yeah, it's completely stock.
Looks like that.
That's right, Dan.
Yeah, I went through this before. Yeah, stock. Yeah, I sold them actually. $500.
$500?
Yeah.
Who bought them?
Some guy in. He's not from around here. Yeah, I was on off-road.
You gotta be careful with off-road.
Yeah. What? Why?
A lot of scammers.
Oh yeah, not
that. People holding people up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Well, I went with him, so.
Always do it like in the well-lit area.
Yeah, I think we met early in the morning. We were in the parking lot. I had him come here. We were in not this parking lot, but the one. It's funny, he came in a Prius.
Came in a Prius?
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're for this car, but.
I mean, look at him just admitting and confessing. I mean, right now. So if I'm a cop, I'm thinking, hey, evidence of receiving stolen property. That's what he's thinking, right? He's thinking, oh, maybe I can make a bust for this guy selling some, receiving stolen property. Maybe he matches the description of someone. Oh, you better be careful about that. You could get robbed. He's fishing, man. He's looking for anything he can to put this guy in torture cuffs. Give me a bunch of ones if you guys understand what's going on here.
The real easy.
Yeah, exactly.
Fix a ticket for the modified exhaust.
All right.
Set you up with a court date if you want it. January 31st, 2024.
You got a ticket for a modified exhaust.
I'm sorry, Marietta, 7:30 in the morning. See your signature right there by the X. Not admission of guilt. I promise you're gonna.
If I just need to have it put back to stock, and then I can have an officer sign it off, correct?
As eligible for correction. So
right.
Sign the back of it.
All right. So here's the deal. So he's giving him a fix-it ticket for a modified exhaust. So if you have a cool exhaust, like, whoom, whoom, whoom. Now, normally, my understanding of these laws is that as long as it's under like 95 decibels or whatever, it shouldn't be an issue. And that's probably why he's not state reffing them. But if he gets state reffed, he's got to literally like show proof that it passed a test and get a sticker and all this crap. And if you don't pay it, no, I mean, if you pay it, but you don't take it to the referee, like if you pay your ticket, but don't take it to the referee, a lot of departments are confiscating your vehicles. And then, of course, like I was telling you earlier, they can do a forced sale, and then the department will get that money, and so they're just having a great time fleecing people, especially young men who are out there trying to find their way in life and have a cool car. So I challenge anybody who lives in California, who believes in freedom, liberty, who believes that parents should have the right to decide the futures of their children and not some woke academic with a teaching credential, that I invite you right now to immediately call U-Haul and start packing, because it's not going to get any better for you. Don't support a system that doesn't support you. Don't support a bunch of woke scumbag politicians who think that they have the right to co-parent your children with you and ultimately steal them from you if you don't go along with what people like Harvey Milk and Gavin Newsom believe in. So just remember that. Let's watch what this dude's going through. By the way, I think he's a black dude, man, getting harassed. That's probably why they pulled him over, right? Check it out.
All right. This is your driver's license. Thank you. Insurance paperwork.
I didn't even notice that. I just see a little bit of a throw there now.
Drive carefully, all right?
Perfect. Thank you.
Saying thank you. Yeah, thank you for screwing me
All
up
right.
the
Have a good
rear end.
I got a fix a ticket. Fix a ticket for modified exhaust.
All right, guys, it's the next day now. I'm just gonna explain a little bit what actually happened when I got pulled over. So, first of all, he literally pulled me over because he seen a car and it looked modified, but he didn't hear it at all. So what happened was I was leaving my house, going to the shop to go get tools and also go get food because I haven't ate all day that day. I've literally been running around all day getting the car loaded up and everything for the Omega event, the half-mile event in Bakersfield. So when I was leaving my house, I seen that there was a cop at the light, like literally 30 seconds after I turned out of my community, and I seen that there was a cop at the light turning left, and I was on the other side of the road going right. It's kind of hard to explain, but when that happened, the cop seen me and he was at the light turning left, but when I turned right, instead of him turning left, he actually U-turned right away as soon as he seen me and then pulled me over instantly. Like, and I literally seen him, so I was driving completely normal. I left it in automatic mode. I wasn't like driving aggressive or anything. I was literally just driving normal. And to be honest, my car's not even that loud. Like, everyone that sees this car in person, you guys will know this car is a Magnaflow. You can't see that under there, but it's a HKS muffler and a Magnaflow resonator, and it's a huge resonator, so it's not even that loud.
Yeah.
And I saw my stock cats. I have 3 cats in this car. This car comes with 3 cats, so the headers and then a 3rd cat. So it's literally not loud by any means. But he literally just seen my car and he decided to pull me over and U-turn and go after me instead. And on top of that, there was a car meet in my area.
He probably saw the outline of his afro too. I wouldn't put it past the cops. Let's keep watching.
And I didn't know that there was a car meet. Otherwise, I wouldn't have taken this car. I would have taken another car to the shop instead of this car. But I wanted to drive this car because I like driving this car. After that, he pulled me over. He asked for my information, all that stuff. And then he came out, back up, and he asked me to pop my hood. And I told him, like, well, this car's stock. It's literally just a catback exhaust. And then I have an intake, but there's a carb sticker for it. So he said, okay, cool, let's go take a look. And he probably, honestly, he probably thought that he was going to open the hood and then have there be like a bunch of like shiny stuff and like just a huge turbo and all that. And this car is extremely modified. And nope, that's not the case. It's literally completely stock. It just looks modified from the outside. But that's all going to change very soon, as you guys know. I'm actually glad I got pulled over now instead of later. But yeah, so he asked me.
By the way, I'm not a big fan of Japanese cars. You know, I'm all about like German and American cars, but you know, I'm really impressed by these young guys, you know, the way they've been able to mod their Japanese cars and just create rocket ships, you know, very impressed. And I do admit that Japanese make much better quality cars than American, but you know, being a Marine and everything, I really just feel like it's my duty to buy, if I'm going to buy if I'm going to buy a truck or a rugged vehicle, I'm buying American. If I'm going to buy a sports car, I'm probably going to get a Porsche. But if I'm going muscle, you know, I'm going to probably get a Chevy, probably that Corvette. Yeah. But tell you, by the way, what would you guys, Chuck, what's your favorite one, man? Hey, everybody tell me what your favorite car is since I've got you here. And Kurt, I can always go horizontal again. The reason why I do vertical is because the younger generation, they're into these TikTok things and they don't use computers. They're on a cell phone all the time. And that's where they watch their videos. And I know that you older guys and gals on my channel, you're patriots and you love your country. But I'm trying to bring our message to the younger generation. Because remember, they've been brainwashed by these leftist public school teachers and academics in the college system. So they need to be deprogrammed. And I'm hoping that by them watching a video of one of these young guys getting state refed or a cool dude in a muscle car getting state refed or getting pulled over, that's going to pull them into our crowd. And then I can have them in the sidebar with you guys, and then you'll be able to help mentor them. I'm all about mentoring and creating parallel systems. I don't just come on here because I'm trying to like make some videos and make money or whatever. I don't make money off of YouTube videos. I've never gotten a single case off of YouTube ever. I've gotten plenty of leads for cases that are worthless or cases that my firm doesn't handle. I'm doing this because I love my country, and the younger generation, they don't have anybody to look up to. They have zero guidance. They have a bunch of academics who have taught these kids to hate America, to burn American flags, and to hate our country. And I'm telling you guys, the vertical mode is one of the ways that I found. So YouTube gives us a printout of who our audience is, like their demographics. And before, when I was just using horizontal, like 60% of my my audience was over 50. And then like, the rest was like 45 and over. And they're like 1 or 2% were like the young people that we want to get into our movement. And so as a result, I started doing the verticals, and boom, all of a sudden it started to thin out. Now I'm getting like 20, you know what I mean? Getting more of the younger crowd, like getting like 15% younger. And before I was only getting like 2% male, and now I'm getting like 2% female. Now I'm getting 10% female. And of course that makes sense. I mean, most girls aren't really into the law thing. They're not really into our masculine conversations that we have, but some of them are. I mean, the ones with children and families, they look up to guys like us because they recognize that people like us are going to be the ones who are there to protect them when they get attacked or something bad happens. They know that we're honorable men and we're going to look out for them. Give me a bunch of ones if you agree with that. Now, Kurt Bronson says the 68 Chevy SS with Kriegers. Yeah. Shelby, Willie. Yeah. But man, you're dreaming, buddy. Get a Shelby. Woohoo. Dangerous. My dad had a Pantera, and I believe, so it had a Ford motor, but I think the body was made by Lamborghini. And it was dope, dude. I mean, it had these massive rear tires, and it had one of the wheelie bar in the back, and it sounded like a dragster. It was just insane. Man, he was a cool dude. That was one cool dude. So let's watch this state ref guy. Let's see what he has to say, and then we'll wrap it up.
Upon my hood, these carb stickers have numbers, and when he looks up the numbers, there's a list of all the cars that the intake comes with the carb sticker. So he was looking for my specific car, and we were standing there for like 10 minutes looking for the car, and he couldn't find it. So then he said he couldn't find it, and as you guys seen that clip, the cop, he sounded so excited to go write that state rep. So he went back to his car, and the other cop was cool. He stood there. He looked like 3 times through the page, and then the third time we looked, he actually found that the intake was for this car, and he found my exact correct car, the Lexus i300 and it was literally just like a little small line right there, but he found it. He went back and he basically told the cop that he found the carb sticker for it, and it is the actual carb sticker for the car, because that's why he was looking to make sure it was the right one. So yeah, he ended up writing me a fix-it ticket for my exhaust, which that's no big deal. It literally takes me like 10 minutes to change the exhaust in this car, and I can just get it written off and fixed it. Well, that's what happened. Not a big deal, but I just wanted to explain what happened, because I feel like it wasn't a good explanation in the video on what actually happened. It was kind of like a little bit all over the place, but yeah, that's what happened to this car. So I'm glad I got pulled over now instead of earlier when this car, because if you guys do know that this car is getting a built motor, not a built motor, but semi-built motor, and it's getting single turbo and all that. It's very, very soon. My head's actually at the machine shop right now getting finished, and I have my block and everything at the shop almost all ready to go, and I have the turbo kit and everything. So this car's gonna be done very, very soon. Hopefully in the next like month or two, it should be finished and the motor should be put in and everything. But yeah, that's basically what happened with me getting pulled over, and that's basically a quick backstory on what happened, because it kind of was all over the place. But yeah, I literally wasn't doing anything wrong. I was driving the normal, I was shifting normal. He literally just seen the car and he was like, ooh, modified, there's a car meet, let me pull him over, because I know he has some mod.
Oh, 68 Barracuda. Hell yeah, man. That's a badass ride. So let's see here. So Caitlin Cornett says 69 Super B. That's a sweet ride. Then what's the matter? You was talking 68 Cuda, Trans Am, early 80s. Any VW, dude, I think so too. I think I told you guys on one of my shows when I was living in Newport Beach on 24th Street, I heard a Porsche, but I saw a Vanagon, and I ran out and stopped the guy. This dude had a freaking Porsche turbo motor, I guess from a rolled 930 that he got from a junkyard, and he switched out the VW motor and dropped it into his Vanagon, and it just sounded sick. That You know, that's the sound that only a Porsche can make. Just beautiful. And that, I guess the Vanagon literally was like almost perfectly capable of accepting the mounts of mounting a 911 motor, which is really interesting to me. I was talking to those guys. Hell yeah, 81 Trans Am, 72 V-dub squareback, sweet ride. Michelle IS 300. Well, that's a cool ride. I mean, you know, Michelle, you're a girl. You know, the IS 300 is not necessarily a muscle car, but I guess you could mod it and make it pretty dope. You know, I'm all cool. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with anybody having a cool modified car. BZ Watchdog says stick with Cops Gone Wild. Well, part of Cops Gone Wild has to do with cops pulling people over who have nice rides and trying to destroy their pocketbooks. So I just thought this would be a good show for y'all. And you know, I have gotten several calls from these young guys calling me complaining about these state ref laws, and they all ask me like, you know, how can I deal with it? Can we sue? Can we do this? And I'm like, dude, just leave. Why would you want to stay in a state that doesn't believe in freedom? Just a bunch of freaking Marxist commies that are being paid off by like BlackRock and George Soros. You know, it's like, why would you support something like that if you believe in freedom? You're literally giving money to people who want to destroy your individual rights and freedom, people who support a centralized power structure that takes away power from the people and gives it to big pharmaceutical companies that don't have your best interest at heart, that give it to big corporations that could care less about you and your kids, you know, appointing people to the DEA, the FDA, all the food and drug people who are allowing all these toxic chemicals into our foods, who used to work for those same companies that manufacture all that crap. And you guys want to stay and support something like that? No, I don't think so. Homie, don't play that. So, Eli, I do believe that people should try to fight stuff in court, but there comes a point where every single day a new law is passed. Every single day you leave your house, you're getting pulled over or you're getting harassed because the government is targeting you because you're successful. It's time for you to leave. It's time for you to go somewhere where you're appreciated, right? If you're being discriminated against because you're a white male, why would you stay in a state like that? Who hate you just because you were born a different skin color? It's ridiculous. Time to go. Time to go. So now I like, yeah, the old Z's are pretty dope too. Yeah, I think so too. They bring back the old VW hippie band, says Kurt Bronson. Yeah, I think so too. And I saw a really cool, the Scooby-Doo van. You guys ever seen the Scooby-Doo van? Super cool. I saw some dude cruising around in a muscled out Scooby-Doo van the other day on the internet. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I'm super tired. I got to get some chow. Everybody make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. Make sure not to have a nice car or own anything nice in California, because you will be targeted by law enforcement, by a road pirate, to raise revenue for them and their police departments. And make sure to try and flee California the first chance that you get and leave for a free state, and never, ever, ever vote the same way you were voting when you left California. And then you may just find a way to hold on to a few more years of liberty and freedom. So make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to save, because we never know when the thought police are going to take down this channel. Hope you guys had a good one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks, Chuck Bronson. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. Semper Fi, do or die. Goodbye.